Hi everyone, this is Dr. Hood, cancer surgeon and health coach, here to help women fully recover after breast cancer treatment, live their best lives and reduce their risk of cancer recurrence. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to cope with the fear of cancer recurrence. Now, the majority of breast cancer patients present with breast cancer that is treatable, i.e. it's early. You can have surgery, chemotherapy and radiotherapy with a chance of cure. However, a certain significant percentage will have cancer come back during their lifetimes, and some will die as a result of metastases, where the cancer spreads to the rest of the body. And it's quite common for women who have treatment for early breast cancer to have fear of this recurrence. In fact, one study found that almost half of women fear a risk of recurrence, and in some cases this has a significant impact on their quality of life, affecting sleep and increasing stress. This stress and this worry increases after treatment ends because women have less contact with their clinician, breast cancer nurses and so on. The good news is you're not alone, and there are ways to cope with and reduce this risk, reduce this anxiety. And here are 3 tips for you. There are other tips about there, and there are obviously other ways of getting support, but here are some 3, just keeping it simple, 3 tips to cope with this fear of recurrence. Number 1 is to normalize and rationalize the fear. You accept that the statistics are not necessarily on your side in the fact that there is a risk of recurrence, but it's okay to have these thoughts, but make sure to talk about these thoughts with close friends, with close families, whether with a coach or therapist if you have one. And there are 2 extremes to this fear. There's one is to have the fear so extreme that it paralyzes you, you're unable to function. And you need to find, you may actually need therapy to help you overcome this fear. You need to be able to live your life because nobody can predict the future. The other extreme is complete denial. It's complete denial, particularly if you have a high-risk tumor, complete denial that there's no chance of it coming back. And what I mean by that is you don't then take control of your health and try to live a healthy life. That is when you're in denial of the risk of recurrence. The happy medium is where you're aware of it, but you're able to live your life and able to talk about it with your friends and family and others. Number 2 is to take proactive steps to reduce the risk. Now, your cancer is your cancer. You can't predict the future. Neither can your oncologist or surgeon. With all the information that he or she has, they can't predict the future. They can only give you the best treatment. But you can take steps after your breast cancer treatment on a daily and weekly basis to reduce the risk. This will have a physical impact and also a psychological impact. The physical impact is if you have a good diet, you exercise, do the right exercises regularly, and alter other aspects of your lifestyle, you can reduce the risk, so your chances are higher. But you also feel less anxious because you know that you're doing your best for yourself and also for your loved ones and those around you. If you have children, for example, you will be at ease because you're saying, I'm doing my best, that's all I can do, and if the cancer comes back, there's nothing I can do about that. But at least I did my best and you're at ease with that, so therefore that reduces your anxiety about the risk of recurrence. And number 3, very importantly, focus on enjoying your life. For many people, cancer or any other major life event is a wake-up call. Not necessarily for their health, but for their appreciation of life. Some people who, not those who have cancer or any other disease, are alive, but they don't live. They don't appreciate their blessings. And sometimes, often, not everyone will appreciate this, but many will. When you or a loved one gets a diagnosis of cancer or other disease, you appreciate the blessings that you have, and you are more mindful. So yes, your recurrence, you may have disease recurrence, but during that time, you know that maybe you're destined to, for example, be run over by a truck. You can never keep worrying about being run over by a truck. You enjoy your moments, you enjoy your life, appreciate what you have, appreciate your blessings, and do your best to avoid being run over by a truck, or avoid having or reduce the risk of having cancer recurrence by taking the best steps, but also focus on enjoying your life in the process and not worry about it. And if it happens, then deal with it when it happens. Don't let it overcome you and get in the way of enjoying the good things in your life. So hopefully these 3 tips will get you started in coping with the fear of recurrence, and I will talk about other tips in other videos. If you found this video useful, then check out my links below. Click subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you hopefully on the next video.